Alright, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Avengers Volume 2 Omnibus, which was a whale that I've been looking for a very long time, but they finally reprinted it this year in 2023. Here we have the Alex Ross cover, which is the standard edition, and for the longest time I did not like Ross because for the most part it meant that was the standard edition cover that you would get with an omnibus. So I just despised his artwork for the longest time, mainly due to that. I still look at this, and it's not something I really want to read a comic book with this kind of art. I know that a lot of people love the art. I find Thor there looks ridiculous, but he always does a good Hulk. And a lot of the other characters do look good, but his Thor... Anyway, I'm starting to slowly appreciate him a bit more. Silver Age spine here, so we've got very small text. Unfortunately, I do like this little image, but because my volume 3 of the Avengers doesn't have it, I'm generally not the biggest fan. But I am a fan of the background, of the back art here. I always like it when they show every issue that is included. Speaking of which, the Avengers 31 to 58, Annual 1 and 2, and X-Men 45. Retails for $100 in the US and $125 in Canada. We'll take the flaps off. Left-hand side, we've got the story. And on the right, we have the creators. And because it's Silver Age, we just get a plain hardcover of the logo. Same spine. And then a smaller logo in the back. I just recently opened this, so it's not like super stretched out, but it'll get there because I barely did anything to it, and it's already quite the spine, I feel, is already starting to relax. It's another thing that I very much like is showing everybody that worked on it, and then we have the table of contents, one of the better parts of the Silver Age stuff, along with the newsletters at the end and the fan mail. So this was done on iMac in Turkey, and I will say that the paper quality is a little bit thicker and for the most part more glossy than what they've been doing in the last few months, but it is very much see-through. So just be forewarned that unfortunately, especially with Silver Age stuff, you're not going to have a lot of very deep colors, so you are going to have some see-through, although the first few pages here aren't too bad. The artwork for its time I very much like. When I look at this kind of artwork too, it really does bring me back to this, to what the 60s, this makes me think of the 60s right away, right? So we do see a bit of the art in the back there because of the white. This stuff too, I mean, I don't read them all. I used to, but it was slowing down my progress of reading comics so much. So now I kind of just pick them here and there on if I feel like reading them. But they're interesting. You really get the mindset of what fans were thinking of back then. It's cool sometimes every once in a while. I can't remember if it was Fantastic. I think it was Fantastic Four, where they were suggesting if they would make a movie out of the Fantastic Four and who they would have put in the lead roles. We do get a bit of art in the back there on the yellow, and same over here. The pages themselves, though, they feel good. They're glossy. And so this is Avengers Volume 2, where we kind of had more of a rotating Group. Specifically, I think that the ones that do show up the most, well, Captain America is pretty much always there. Hawkeye, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Giant Wasp. But no Iron Man or Thor. Hercules shows up for a little bit too. Not the best artwork from the Silver Age, but still I'm very happy with this. That's an interesting picture of Magneto. Oof. I do think that we have a few extras here at the end. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice Hulk. All right, let's get to the end. Okay, so we do have right there. So this is what, not Brand X? Is that what that is? What is this? It's their joke comics that they have every once in a while. I never read these. Yeah, not Brand X. I don't know if they're worth reading. I think that's the last one right there. Yeah. So a few not Brand X. Did they mention that in the... I completely glossed over it if they did. Normally they actually mention those when they say that they're collecting them. So there's a few Brand X episodes, a few Brand X issues as well. Some original art here. These are nice. And that's pretty much it. And I'll just quickly show close to the halfway mark, just to kind of show what the eye looks like. So it is there, and I barely had to do any stretching for this, so I feel like this is not at all a mousetrap. Not that Marvel really is doing that, but there you have it. That is the Avengers Volume 2 Omnibus. Thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in. Beardage.